a peek through his players, seeing how injured Di Maria actually is right now. Looks like he may well be taking him off.
Yeah, I think trying to decide here exactly who's going to be the right fit, to be honest, for Di Maria. I think it's Lavezzi who will be the choice. Yep, we'll make that decision. And again, still not 100% sure. Is Gaetan going to be better for that scenario?
Well, and this is obviously causing problems for Ede Sanchez. Sat ready and waiting, a goal down, 20 minutes to go, and his opponent is just deciding who exactly will the substitute be. He just wants to get on with it. He definitely doesn't want to see the replay of the goal, that's for sure. Julien Dassonville, 1-0 up. Can he keep Ede Sanchez out of this match and the tournament?
Sub there as well for Sanchez, bringing on Khedira in place of Bastian Schweinsteiger. And looked like that could have been a bit of a dangerous move. Actually was just basically wrestled away from the German side though, right in that last section.
Some solid quick passing coming out here from Dassonville. Definitely stepped up his game in the second half. Dug a little deeper, figured out his opponent, and started to string together some very impressive plays as he makes his way down the wing once again. Lavezzi, the new man, just come on the pitch, gets the ball across to Aguero, tries to play it back to him, can't find him. Messi trying to make himself available in the box. He will manage to thread the ball through, does get it to Messi, doesn't quite get the ball through though, and Özil will get it down the wing back to Bellarabi.
No, he's going to get fouled here by the looks of things, and that should be a simple free kick. Actually, looks like the referee's going to get the cards out for this one.
I think that's Lavezzi, just come on, yeah.
Just come on. Quick yellow card for him. Shouldn't be too dangerous, but you know, from Dassonville's side, just got to be a little bit careful of how hard he goes in for those challenges up on that top side of the pitch. For now though, it's Germany in possession.
Estamos viendo el partido entre Ede Sanchez, que es Alemania, y Julien Dassonville, que está jugando con Argentina, FIFA Interactive World Cup. Están jugando en los cuartos de final en Munich, Alemania.
Very often that players trying to keep possession end up making the wrong choice of where it's going to get passed to, gets intercepted, and they concede a goal in exactly the moments where you don't want it, which would be now 81.5 minutes into our final quarter-final. Dassonville 1-0 up. No mistakes can be made.
No mistakes at all. He's keeping hold of the ball as well. That's a good ball through. Aguero's going to hold on to it. Little cheeky pass to Lavezzi, buying himself some time. Gets another through ball, but I don't think that's going to get there. It will go out. It's actually going to be a corner, I think. Yeah, Lavezzi managed to somehow get a touch off the German player. Didn't see how. Is it going to be a short one? It looks like it will, but it's going to be a change once again. Dassonville slowing things down, making it painful for Ede Sanchez here.
Yeah, going to be switching to a more defensive style. 5-4-1. Goals are not what he particularly needs at this point. Just doesn't want Sanchez to get a break, concede in his dying moments of this quarter-final. For now, though, he of course will have that corner. Two subs coming on, fresh legs for Dassonville. And it looks like we'll be seeing a short corner played in once again. He's quite happy to waste the time, but again, bit of an error by him. Will give the throw-in over to Ede Sanchez, who's got 1, 2, maybe 3 attacks here if he really piles on the pressure. For now, though, it's going to start off with Boateng at the back. Switching over to Özil, who really not had much of an impact since he came on in this one. But there is the interception, and this is where it could get dangerous. Royce going to run at the back line, actually going to take a shot, and well, I think on target, but Ramiro, easy little dive off to the right, will collect.
Desperation shot, I feel there. Just 1 minute remains of full time. He's going to be playing on extra time. Oh, and he slides through. And
that's a yellow card. It's got
to be a yellow card at the very least. But no, didn't even get anything from it. But that buys time for Dassonville. Now the 90th minute, 5 minutes on the clock for extra time. Just no time left for Ede Sanchez, who, if you'd have looked at the first half, absolutely was in control of the game. But Dassonville's experience absolutely showing through here and keeping hold of that 1-0 lead. That's not going to be offside. I thought it may well be. Lavezzi, I tell you what, has been a bit of a workhorse in this top wing, keeping things going. Higuain slows things down. Aguero's free in the box. Can he find him? Can he get the ball through? He's keeping 4 members at bay. Gets it through to Tevez. Tevez needs to find a shot. Goes to Messi. Messi in the box, not able to get anything from it. But now there's no time left, and it will be Julian Dassonville making his way into the semi-finals.
Very, very tight game though.
Un partido apretado donde Julian Dassonville sale adelante y gana el partido por 1-0. Está jugando con Argentina. Julian es de Francia, así es que estamos viendo la FIFA Interactive World Cup 2015 desde Munich, Alemania, acá en Scorer TV. Gracias a FIFA TV que estamos capturando la señal para la gente que no pudo ver donde está trabajando, ¿no? La gente latina que se está perdiendo las finales que se juegan en Múnich. Muy bien, nos vamos entonces para el siguiente partido en estos cuartos de final de la FIFA Interactive World Cup.
Some really exciting games for them to do, and the boys were absolutely fantastic, and we'll do it again all tomorrow.
We will. We're doing it all again tomorrow, and as they mentioned, you look at 3 of the top 4 seeds that have made the semi-finals, and the one outsider, Elias ould-Ramoul, and we just saw Adai Sanchez leave there. He said he was the toughest player in the group stages for him.
Yeah.
So maybe,
Well,
just maybe.
Well, I suppose it kind of went the way we thought it might go, and that's exactly what happened there. Is everything right back from the quarterfinals. Abdul Al-Shari 1-0 against Jonathan Seri. Rashid Azahim was beaten by Elias ould-Ramoul. August Rosenmeyer beat Simone Canini, and Ade Sanchez has just been beaten, but only just, by second seed Julian Dassonville.
Yes.
So our semi-final lineup is?
Our semi-final lineup: Abdulaziz Al-Shari, as you saw there, against Elias ould-Ramoul, I think that was.
Rosenmeyer.
Yeah, and so it's Rosenmeyer against Dassonville. So very interesting. Rosenmeyer obviously just 2 games from defending that title and doing what no FIWC player has done before. You will be able to see all the action tomorrow with us here on the same stream that you are watching now. We will be delighted to be joined by you again for the big games, the semi-finals and the final. The time will be 7 p.m. Central European time. That's what time you can tune in. If you're a little unsure of the timings, check our Facebook page, facebook.com/FIWC, and you can see which time zone you're in the world and what time you will be able to watch the final. But for now, from me,
Bueno,
and Alan,
las
from Lee and Joe, and
semifinales y
everybody
finales
here
mañana las
in
podremos
Munich,
ver desde el
good night,
mediodía acá en
and we'll see you
América.
tomorrow. Guten
Es
Nacht.
7 de la noche hora europea, entonces tipo 12 o 1 de Perú, por ejemplo, y Colombia. Muy bien, esto fue todo y la FIFA Interactive World Cup sigue mañana. Este fue un pequeño, vamos a mostrarle nuevamente el cuadro de los cuartos de final. Muy bien, antes de esto vamos a repetir el gol de Julian Dassonville en este cuarto partido, cuarto de final. Aquí es donde viene el gol de Julian luego de este cambio. Fue un partido apretado en realidad. Julian empezó a atacar y atacar y atacar hasta que se consagra con el gol. Ok, ahora si cuadramos el minuto, este fue el gol que sufre el español Ade Sánchez. Veamos, ahí va Carlitos Tevez por el medio, busca el pase, es una especie de... Los pases tienen que ir a la segura si es que tienes que... Si quieres concretar el gol. Vemos como Mascherano busca al Kun va a verlo solo a Di María y Di María define.
Sanchez gutted about that one, and Dassonville being very, very patient throughout this.
Es un ataque lento, paciente, dice el narrador. Vamos a ver cómo entonces con este gol de Julian Dassonville quedan las semifinales y vamos a repasar los resultados de cuartos de final. Así quedan, entonces vamos a repasar nuevamente los cuartos de final. Al-Shari ganó 1-0 a Jonathan Seri. En el segundo partido de cuartos, Rashid Azahim cayó derrotado 1-0 contra Elias ould-Ramoul. Y por el otro lado de la llave, August Rosenmeyer ganó 2-1 a Simone Canini. De esta manera se colocan las semifinales. Y el último partido que acabamos de ver fue cae derrotado a Ade Sánchez contra Julian Dassonville. Muy bien, estos fueron los resultados de cuartos de final. De esta manera mañana sigue a las 7 de la noche, horario europeo. Vamos a ver si tenemos los goles. Un segundo, deme un segundo en este breve resumen de la Interactive. Muy bien, vamos a repasar los goles de los otros partidos de cuartos de final. Acá vamos a ver el gol de Abdoulaye Al-Sheri contra Jonathan Seyri. Gana 1-0 Abdoulaye Al-Sheri. Vamos a ver el gol. Está jugando con Portugal. De borde por derecha de Quaresma. Va a sacarle el centro. Lo sacó Eder. Y gol de Eder. Gol de Al-Sheri contra Jonathan Seyri. 1-0 fue el marcador de este partido. Vamos ahora con el siguiente partido de cuartos de final.
Game at that point, but congratulations.
Vamos ahora con unas palabras de Abdoulaye Al-Sheri.
Let's get over to Kay and Alan. Take us through that match.
Yeah, great to see Abdulaziz Al-Sheri, our first semi-finalist, Alan. We had him up here on stage. Great result for him.
Well, it was so close, Jen. I mean, he's obviously really disappointed, Jonathan Seyri. He really is, and he's played ever so well. I mean, he didn't have too many goal chances, but Abdulaziz Al-Sheri does it again.
Jonathan Seyri, que perdió contra Al-Sheri.
He is the first of the semi-finalists. Now, we have another quarter-finalist with us, and I'm going to try some Spanish. So, enhorabuena.
Gracias, Alan.
That was sorry, congratulations. ¿Cómo se siente?
Estoy muy contento por el partido y por cómo han ido los grupos y estoy muy contento por haber pasado a los cuartos.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. I have no idea what he said, so I'll ask Kay to translate that one for
Okay, I
us.
got to speak. He said he's very happy with how things are going, and so, well, I'm going to speak to him in Spanish, and then we'll paraphrase.
I'm going to speak to him. ¿Cómo se siente? ¿Cómo se siente?
Okay, so it is Adai Sanchez. He's 19 years old. This is his first
finalmente es Adai Sánchez el que
few of the
está
games that
siendo
he's played in.
entrevistado.
Háblame
en
un poco
español.
de los partidos. Tu primer partido fue contra Johnston, ¿no? Adam Johnston, uno de los mejores.
Yes, era uno de los mejores a priori y yo pensaba que era el mejor, ya que era el cabeza de grupo y ha sido un partido muy difícil que se ha definido en el último momento.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult because he knows that he was against one of the best, but that result finished 1-0 to Adai. Y luego un partido contra Coombs de Inglaterra. Later, a game against Coombs from England, 2-0.
Y es un buen jugador, ya lo demostró en el clasificatorio inglés, pero la condición fue su formación y eso me ayudó a ganar 2-0.
Sí, muy bien. Okay, so he's saying another difficult competitor, but the things went well for him in that one. And then he was 0-0 against Lies ould-ramoul. And he says this was his most difficult opponent. El más difícil para ti fue Ramoul, ¿no?
Para mí fue la sorpresa del grupo, es un buen jugador, lo demostró en el partido y creo que se mereció ese pase a los cuartos de final.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So he could see that he was a very good competitor, the difficult one in the group for him, and he sees that he did get through, and so obviously he understands with that one. And then it was a second draw in the end against Ty Walton, un empate otra vez.
Contra Ty, él se mereció la victoria en todo momento, le metí un gol y él me metió su gol en el 80 y algo, pero mereció ganarme, aunque me llevé ese punto.
Okay, so yeah, it's just saying, again, difficult and the way that the goals came then. So we're going to ask just a few more questions. ¿Por qué juegas con Alemania? Why do you play with Germany?
Alemania me parece un equipo completo, tanto adelante como atrás, en defensa y como en ataque. Y ya que hemos venido aquí a Alemania a disfrutar, pues lo he
There you
cogido.
go. So he's a very complete team in defense and in attack with Germany. And of course he's here in Germany, so why wouldn't he play with them? ¿Quién es tu preferido equipo en España?
En la primera división, el Real Madrid, pero como en mi isla tenemos un equipo que se llama la Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. Las Palmas.
Yeah. So in the first division he likes Real Madrid, and then obviously, but es en la segunda, ¿no?
Segunda división española. Sí.
Yeah, there you go. So he likes Las Palmas because he's from Gran Canaria. Y los españoles han tenido mucha suerte en este torneo, como Alfonso Ramos hace dos años, hace 3 años.
Alfonso, he hablado con él y me ha dado muchos consejos y creo que es un buen tipo y es un gran jugador, ya que lo he visto en varios torneos y espero seguir sus pasos.
So there you go. So he's a good friend with Alfonso Ramos. He obviously knows how he's done, and it's great to see. So obviously now we have another Spaniard representing here in Germany.
I'm going to finish this now. Enhorabuena again. Congratulations again.
Muchas gracias, Alan.
How do I say good luck? Good luck?
Buena suerte.
Buona suerte.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you very much. I knew I could get him to speak English. So,
Sí,
good luck.
gracias a Day. Buena suerte
Yeah,
contra
stay there just for 1
Julian
minute.
Dassonville. He's going to play Julian
Yeah,
Dassonville in his
Jacksonville,
game.
that would be the last of the quarterfinals, so you've got a bit of time to relax, get ready for the game, because coming up we have...
We have our next quarter-final, and who have we got? I'm actually not got my notes here.
Siguiendo este repaso, vamos a ver estamos repasando algunos resultados.
I think that's pretty tight, but I might...
Vamos a seguir repasando. Vamos a ver la entrevista de Al-Sheri antes de su partido.
To Dan, or should I say Abdulaziz Sheri.
Absolutely brilliant to see, and we do have more to come, and we will be bringing you another game. But while we are still with Abdulaziz, I actually wanted to ask you, I saw you celebrate there with your brother. He has been a permanent fixture with you. It's your third finals now, and he's always with you. How does it help you having him by your side?
It's actually he's the one who just make me still focused on the game. So, of course, when I finished...
Su hermano es el que lo mantiene concentrado en el partido, dice Al-Sheri. Estamos repasando los cuartos de final y ya pasamos el gol que hizo, pero vamos a la entrevista previa que le hicieron. Vamos a ir con la traducción.
From the games, I directly go to him and see how it goes.
Directamente va a él al término del partido, dice su hermano.
I was going to say, if you don't win, does he get the blame?
Si no ganas, ¿vas igual a verlo?
It's all your brother's fault if you don't win. And if you win, he takes the credit.
Not
Si él gana, él toma el crédito. Está bromeando el entrevista.
really. But if we win, we win both. If we lose, we lose both.
Who are you a little bit worried about in who you've seen? Who do you think are the people that you don't really want to come up against in the next round?
I'll be honest with you. I actually do not really care about who I'm gonna face. With full respect to all the opponents.
No se preocupa o no tiene en cuenta quién es el rival que le va a tocar, porque todos tienen un peso similar.
But once I am in the mood and play my best, I think I can win anyone.
Él piensa que puede ganar y dar lo mejor de sí.
Yeah, even just looking at a couple of the screens that I've got, the groups in front of him, Rosemeyer's won his first three. Dassonville started really well, but I just noticed that he drew 1-1 with Azahim. I'm not sure who's winning in Group D. I think that's quite close. I think if Sanchez wins his last game, I think he might be topping Group D. So they're all pretty good
Repasando
players.
algunos resultados.
Yes, I am shocked about Azahim. I think he's doing very well, isn't he? He is a newcomer, so he is doing very well at the moment. He might didn't lose any game.
He still has one more to go.
And he has still one more to go, so maybe he has a big chance to go to the
Absolutely.
Me parece que está hablando de Adi Sánchez, que es la revelación una de las revelaciones del torneo, y que un partido más si gana Buenos Aires antes de que jueguen.
It's the finals, Alan. Anything can happen. And we actually do now have the final round of the group stage coming up. We will send it back to the guys. It's Irvin Velasquez against Lasse Backeland. Guys, back to you.
Bueno, seguimos viendo, repasando. Ya repasamos lo que fue Al-Sheri 1, Jonathan Seri 0. Tuvimos las palabras de Al-Sheri finalmente. Antes tuvimos las de Sánchez. Y ahora vamos a una entrevista con Rosenmeyer, si no me equivoco. Vamos a ver, en este mismo instante vamos a cuadrar la entrevista con Rosenmeyer a ver qué nos dice antes de su
We
partido.
are with the number 1 seeded August Rosenmeyer, the defending champion.
El campeón defensor August Rosenmeyer antes del partido contra Canini. Vamos a ver qué es lo que nos dice y vamos a ir traduciendo.
And the reason he is number 1 in the world is because this man has won every single one of his games.
Está caliente.
How are you feeling after that sweepstake?
¿Cómo te sientes?
Well, I'm feeling very good, pretty relaxed now. I was quite nervous when the first game was there because I knew it was, for me, the group of death in this tournament.
Para él fue el grupo de la muerte en el torneo.
But I showed great composure, and I think four wins in 4 games is very good. So
Ganó sus 4 partidos de la fase de grupos.
I go into the quarterfinal with big confidence.
Está yendo a los cuartos de final con una gran confianza.
The group of death, you've killed everybody.
El grupo de la muerte se ríe, pero mataste a todos.
Yeah, I got a little bit lucky as well, and that's what you need to win your games. And in the end, I felt that I was going good.
Sintió que estuvo muy bien al final de los partidos, pero eso es lo que necesita para ser campeón.
Well, if we go through the games, you won the first one 2-1, then 2-0, then a really good result 4-0 against the Frenchman Brian Savary, and then in your last game, what was the best performance you had out of the 4 games you
¿Cuál fue la mejor performance que tuviste en los 4 partidos?
played?
Well, I think the game versus Brian was my best game. Brian was a bit unlucky, and I think
Brian tuvo mucha mala suerte. Fue sus mejores partidos de August.
4-0 maybe was 1 or 2 goals too much, but I still say that Brian plays beautiful FIFA, and today
Brian juega muy bien FIFA, muy bonito.
he was unlucky. That's
Hoy día no fue su día de suerte.
how FIFA is.
August,
Es la razón por la que falla.
another year here. Have you got better, do you think, in the last year?
No, I haven't practiced that much up to this tournament, but I still think my mental aspect has a very important effect
No practicó mucho antes del torneo, pero sí se focalizó mentalmente en él.
on this tournament for me, and I feel very comfortable now, and that's what's important for me
Se siente cómodo y es lo importante para él.
right now.
And I see you're playing with Brazil. Brazil is a very lucky place
Está jugando con Brasil.
for you. Why do you choose Brazil as your team?
Well, I love these boys, the Samba boys. Actually, in
Le encanta el fútbol brasilero.
2012, I won the Scandinavian FIWC qualifier with them, and then in Rio, I won with them. So when I had to pick a team, I couldn't avoid this team. I love them.
Cuando dice que clasificó con Escandinavia, uno de las Interactive 11 o 12, no se acuerda cuál, y luego estuvo en Río, pero no podía escogerlo a Brasil, no sé por qué. Algo así nos dice
I was going to say, have you had the opportunity
pero ahora tiene la oportunidad.
to watch anybody else, because you're going to have a few people that will want to try and beat you?
Well, I haven't really seen other games besides my own group.
No he visto otros partidos que no sean de su grupo.
I'm looking forward to play against number 2 in Group A. I don't know who it is, actually.
No sabe quién es el rival del grupo 2, el segundo del grupo B.
I think it might be Abdulaziz Al-Shari. I think so anyway. I think he's got 8 points, which means that he tops the group. We're going to have a look at the groups, obviously, in just a moment in time. We're just collating all the results coming up, so I think it might be him. So that's quite a big quarter-final match.
Well,
in fact,
Pensó que era Al-Sheri, pero finalmente no fue, ¿no? Como sabemos todos, fue Canini.
here we go. Oh, no, these are the results, Kay, from the last group stage, round 5.
Yeah, Group A, Butenko, Bonds.
Estos son los resultados de la fecha 5 de todos los grupos.
And another loss there for Guastella, 3-1 to Simone Canini in that game.
Rosamar, we were obviously speaking to August there, 2-0, which is a wonderful result for him. He tops the group with 12 points. And Seri against Sagano was 3-1 in Group B.
In Group C, it's Azahim against Dabilgu that finished scoreless, so a point apiece there. And then Velasquez against Backlund with the game we just saw 2-0 for
No
Backlund.
pudo avanzar lamentablemente nuestro amigo Irving Velázquez de México. Un saludo para él.
Coombs has had back-to-back wins now. I just wonder whether that might mean he gets himself in and around the quarter-final games. We're going to find out absolutely for sure in just a moment in time. That finished 1-0 against Leah's ould-ramoul, and the other game was Walton against Sanchez. That finished 1 goal apiece.
Absolutely great to see. Now, August back here with us on the stage, obviously the defending champion, out to try and defend the title. We all know the big prize in this is $20,000 and a trip to the FIFA Ballon d'Or. Now, you guys were there together in Zurich this year. You met Messi, you met Ronaldo. How was it?
It's hard to describe. You have to be there.
Él conoció a Messi, conoció a Ronaldo. Es difícil de describir el momento.
It was amazing. It's every footballer's dream to meet them, the biggest stars. So I think that's the major reason why everybody is here and trying to win the prize and the Ballon d'Or tickets.
I think, Alan, they will have been happy to meet him, the best player in the world.
Well, I think so, absolutely. I had to look after August a couple of days in Zurich. It was a great job to have. I was thinking, listen, the tickets for the Ballon d'Or is a great prize. but another $20,000
Hablan de los premios, ¿no? De lo que es ganar e ir a la
That's
final
what's
del
at
Balón de Oro.
stake for the winner of the grand final of the FIWC. And August has put himself in a fantastic position because he is absolutely 100% one of our quarter-finalists.
Yes, he is. And August, last year, you said that you have this sneaker addiction. You like your gym shoes, and you also said you take your lovely lady friend to dinner.
Get them up. Not them.
So if it comes to that this year, if you do go all the way, will you be spending it on those sneakers again?
Well, to be honest, I don't like to focus on the prize already because there's still a lot of job to do.
No sabe, no se concentra todavía, no es lo más importante pensar en los premios porque tiene mucho que hacer primero. Le bromeaban con unos premios de unas zapatillas, ¿no? Que del año pasado.
I am not having the same sneaker edition anymore, unfortunately. Maybe it's time to be smart and save some of them in the bank, but we'll see.
Well,
Al parecer no supo cuidar la plata y debe tenerla más en el banco, si no me equivoco, algo así dijo.
know how good your FIFA is, but your own personal football career has gone pretty good as well.
Yeah, it's I'm evolving and playing with the big guys and
Tell us the team in Denmark, in Copenhagen.
B1908, B1908.
B1900. Nearly.
Very nice.
Le dice el nombre que juega en Dinamarca, en el club que él juega en Dinamarca.
Yeah,
And what's your position?
centre back.
Es back central.
Yeah, they call me maybe a John Terry with a bit more technique
Oh, nice.
and pace maybe also.
Es como John Terry, dice, con más técnica.
So yeah, of course not the same level, but we all have dreams. Just like I had a dream to be a world champion
Tiene sueños en ser el campeón mundial de fútbol, supongo.
in FIFA. So
En FIFA.
maybe I can be lucky to get far with the football as well. I'm only 19 years old.
Y solo tiene 18 años. Así es, sueña con ser campeón del mundo.
I have the future in front of me.
Tiene el futuro enfrente suyo. Como muchos de ustedes, compañeros. Sigamos con la entrevista.
Fantastic. It'd be wonderful. I was commentating on you back in England on Sky Sports in the Premier League. That would be pretty fantastic.
Quiere algún día comentar en Sky Sports la Liga Premier con él.
Actually, it'd be quite good because I could get my very own exclusive interview for you.
Puede ser su entrevista especial y exclusivo.
Your first interview for Sky Sports if you became a professional football player.
Absolutely brilliant. Now we talk about Premier League and we talk about professional football. You're an Arsenal fan, August. Why do you like Arsenal?
No.
Él es fan del Arsenal. Se lamenta el comentarista.
Well, my family always loved Arsenal, so it was like a family tradition for me to love them. And I think they play beautiful football and they want to control the game. I think this guy is... I don't know.
No, I'm only joking. Well, actually, Arsenal have got a big game coming up, of course, against my old team, Aston Villa. How do you think
Aston Villa, él es del Aston Villa.
that will go? Cup final?
Well, I hope we can re-win the title. We haven't won any other titles. Unfortunately, we didn't have focus against Monaco. But I hope that we can win this cup, and maybe this summer we can spend some money if Wenger wants to
come and buy you.
Yeah.
Tal vez el próximo verano. ¿Cómo se llama el técnico del Arsenal? Se me fue el nombre. Lo tengo en la punta de la lengua. Bueno, ojalá que el técnico del Arsenal lo contrate, Arsene Wenger, ya se vino, regresó a la mente. Lo contrate, que gaste dinero, ¿no? Y que lo contrate el próximo verano.
That would be a good idea. Me and Mertesacker, a lot of pace.
Who is your favourite player in the Arsenal team?
It was Per Mertesacker, but I really
Fue su jugador favorito, Per Mertesacker.
like Laurent Koscielny and Oliver Giroud. Also, Santi Cazorla is a favourite here.
To be fair, they've had such a good, genuinely Arsenal, they've had a super season. It's really only the Monaco result that kind of had the dip in the season, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a big deception for all of us, I think. Also for
El resultado contra el Mónaco fue decepcionante.
us, the fans, because we were really expecting we could do something this year. And we got a great draw against Monaco, who has played a fantastic season, but still it's a game Arsenal should be able to win over 2 games. But unfortunately, that's football, so...
It is football. Now,
Desafortunadamente el fútbol es así.
Let's go back to virtual football. Let's go back to talk a
Vamos a regresar al fútbol virtual.
little bit about FIFA 15. And obviously when it comes to playing with the teams, we see a lot that people play with Real Madrid. But are there any teams that might surprise the viewers that you sometimes play with for fun? Teams that you like on FIFA 15?
Well,
Los equipos que le gustan en FIFA 15.
as I already mentioned, I really like Brazil. In Denmark, we also have some teams who are funny to play with because you know some of the players. But otherwise, I will have to say Madrid is the best team, and mostly I
Madrid es el mejor equipo.
play FIFA, serious FIFA, and not just FIFA for fun. Of course, there's some passion and stuff.
Los que juegan con FIFA seriamente, digamos, juegan con el Madrid.
But when it's serious, it's always funniest to win. And if you want to have the biggest chance to win, you have to play with Madrid. Simple as that, unfortunately.
Exactly. I've got the list actually because most of the.
Es simple decir, si juegas con Madrid.
I think the most popular is Brazil for sure, but Argentina's not far behind. Obviously France, Portugal, naturally because they have Ronaldo and Nani in the team. And there's not really, I'm trying to see if there's anyone else who's throwing a curveball in there, but I think it's all Brazil, Argentina, France and Portugal really. Germany of course, sorry.
Yeah, I picked Germany as my second team, and I'll probably come to play with them in the
Alemania es su segundo equipo, Brasil es su primer equipo. Cada jugador tiene dos países, me parece, para jugar.
semi. If I go through the semi, it's, in my opinion, it's a very strong team. All these 5 national teams are pretty equal, so it just depends on your game style.
Estos 5 países mencionados son equilibrados y ya depende de tu forma de juego.
Me into a perfect question. Do you keep the same tactics when you play Germany, and then when you change to Brazil, for instance?
¿Aplicas las mismas tácticas cuando juegas con otro equipo?
Do you change tactics, or is there something extra that you can tweak within the game?
I'll definitely change when I play with
Definitivamente cambia las tácticas cuando juega con Alemania, por ejemplo.
Germany, because it's 2 different squads. You know, Brazil is a fast attacking, aggressive team.
Son diferentes equipos. Brasil tiene un ataque rápido y son más agresivos.
While Germany is more powerhouse and effective.
Alemania es un poco más fuerte.
So I think if I have to play with Germany later on, I will need to change a little bit.
I mean, people watching at home in the live stream, you know, you've got to take in the information because we've got a world champion here telling you that, you know, not every team you can play exactly the same. So there's little tweaks that give you maybe that little advantage that you might see yourself next year, 2016, here or somewhere or wherever we're going to be.
One world champion, and we had a world champion with us yesterday, of course, Christoph Kramer. There was an exhibition game between 2 world champions. August took on Christoph. Christoph was helped a little bit by Alan McAnally, covering August's eyes. How was that to play against?
Jugó contra un ex campeón mundial de FIFA.
World Cup winner.
Well, it was very nice to play against Christoph. He was a really nice guy also, seemed like that, and also a very good FIFA player, actually. I was surprised. He was good, and it was a tight game. Of course, he got a little help by the man here, but it's all right because it was a great, funny match. It was not a serious match, so it was nice.
Un partido muy divertido y cerrado.
Nice. It was really a pleasure for me to play against a world champion. Yes.
Have you played against any other professional footballers?
Well, at the FIFA Ballon d'Or, I was so lucky to get the opportunity to play against Alessandro Del Piero. So that was amazing, and I also played some Danish footballers, but.
Jugó con Del Piero en el Balón de Oro.
Playing against Christoph Kramer and Alessandro Del Piero is something out of this world, of course.
Well, we did that on the live media stage, didn't we? We did that together, which was fun. And again, I was trying to cover your eyes and help Alessandro as much as I possibly could. And he was actually quite good, but there is no question when he's played the footballers, he's pulled the reins in a little bit. I don't think he's gone absolutely full gas and kept a little bit for himself. But the games were fantastic, and for a chance for to play these guys is quite simple. And yesterday was fantastic.
Yeah, and so when it comes to this, do you think you can keep this hot streak up now? Is that how it works with FIFA, that you feel like you're on a good streak and you get that form?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about form, I think. I need to keep playing my game style now, and
todo es en base a la forma, tiene que mantenerse jugando en su estilo de juego.
Hopefully I can win this quarterfinal, and then we'll have a break until tomorrow where the final showdown is, and hopefully I'll be there and I can practice hard there and try some new things and stuff. So yeah, all focus on one game now. It's only one game now.
Absolutely. I was
Es solo un partido ahora.
actually just looking. It is definitely Group A plays Group B. Is that right? Yeah. Do you know that?
2 from Group A. I think.
Sorry, you'll play the runner-up. You'll play the runner-up in Group A, which I'm not actually sure who that is. I think Al Shari then will play the runner-up in Group B, which was Jonathan Suri. He definitely finished runner-up. And obviously the winner of Group C plays the runner-up of Group D. And of course, vice versa, the winner of Group D will play the runner-up in Group C. And we'll bring you those as soon as we get them. The guys are just collating the Group N standings as we know right now. But you definitely know that you will be playing... oh no, we don't know who's runner-up in Group A yet, do we? No, we're not sure. I mean, if we have a quick look, I don't know how Bans finished. Bons got beat the last game. Butenko won 2-0, Canini 5. So it could be on a bit of goals scored or a count back or how they played against each other.
Yeah, I haven't played against Canini before. Dylan Ban.
No, nunca he jugado contra Canini. Recién se da cuenta el entrevistador de que no entiende, creo que no entendía quién juega contra quién, pero ahora más o menos ya sacaron de que Canini iba a jugar contra él. Nunca ha jugado antes contra Canini.
I know him a little bit. I know he was one of my favorites for this tournament, so it
Lo conoce, es uno de sus favoritos para el torneo.
will be a great matchup if I'll face him again.
Yeah,
But you're quite right. It's all down to this one game. This is a big quarter-final match.
that's that's a very Atletico Madrid style mind, one game at a time.
Yeah,
that's what Simeone always says. But you actually had Dylan Bunce as your dark horse. I was actually reading some of your favourites: Brian Savary, Abdulaziz Al-Sheri. You said Al-Sheri is one of the old foxes on this stage. He's incredible in previous finals, and he'll be dangerous this year. It certainly looks that way with him this year.
Yeah, definitely. It's no surprise for me that Al-Shari is through to the quarterfinals, and I also think he is favorite for this quarterfinal. He really wants to make it all to the cup this time after
Está hablando de Al-Shari, que sí es uno de los mejores jugadores y lo está confirmando en este torneo.
he missed it 2 times, and I think he has a
Perdió 2 veces, bueno, refiriéndose a las FIWC anteriores.
good possibility to do it.
Tiene posibilidades.
Yeah, I was hoping I was going to throw to the guys actually, but I don't know whether, to be honest, have we got the...
Yeah, we're just still waiting. We'll be getting them very soon so that we can see the groups and how they're shaping up. We will continue to ask August a few questions.
I was actually going to say to him, I mean, I was very fortunate. I came and played with Bayern Munich, as you know. How have you enjoyed the city so far?
Well, it's been great. We were on the sightseeing tour today.
Did you just go to the stadium?
No, it's tomorrow, I think. I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
Mañana van a ir al estadio, hoy día tienen un tour por la ciudad.
It's the home of champions. Champione, as you say. So,
Wie ist dein Deutsch?
Nein.
I asked him how was his German and he said no. But to be fair, my Danish is not very good.
Yeah, but the city's been great so far.
Le bromeó en danés y en alemán, creo.
You know, of course, you also relax and focus on the tournament, and that affects also your circumstances. But I think so far I enjoy being here, and I feel like it's a second home. It's close.
Disfrutar el viaje y tener en cuenta que es como una segunda casa a Munich.
Close to Denmark, so it's good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so how's the journey been? So does that help you that it's not such a long journey to take? You know, obviously when you went to Brazil, it was a long flight for you, much quicker this time, as you said.
Yeah.
El viaje a Brasil fue mucho más largo que ahora.
I think it was nice this time not to fly for like 14 hours, so it was really nice
Fue mejor que viajar 14 horas a Brasil.
to have a short, and that's also why I was mentioning that I feel like this is maybe feels like my second home.
Por eso piensa que es su segundo hogar Munich.
And I think that it's great to be here for sure.
Maybe we'll have the FIWC finals in Copenhagen one year. Maybe if you win back-to-back titles, then I think it's almost certain we can go to Copenhagen. I think we might be able to bring us all the group standings right now. Fingers crossed, guys. Are we going to get to see that quick? Yeah, here we go. So there we go. So Group A.
Y ahora repasan cómo quedó el grupo A, el grupo B y el grupo C y el D. A ver, Al-Shari quedó con 8 puntos.
Abdulaziz Ash.
Carajo. Caralho.
So Group A, Abdulaziz Al-Shari, has
Este fue
fantastic
ya quedó el
played.
grupo A, B, C y
His
D.
4 games, he won 2, drawn 2.
Algerí con 8, Canini con
goal average of
5,
6 and
Dylan
8
Vance
points,
con
and
5,
second in
Daniel
that
Butenko con
You
4,
know, I'm
Bastela
presuming it
con
must be
4.
that when they
Obviamente
played
el
each
amigo
other,
Bastela no pudo tener una buena performance.
Canini from Italy
Rosemeyer en el B
will
con
be
12.
your opponent in
4
the
de 4.
quarterfinals.
That's interesting because there's just August, as he said, has not actually played Simone Canini, so we don't really know what to expect from
A
this
little
one.
unfortunate
Suárez
group here for
Sagan
Dylan
con un
Bonds,
punto en
obviously
el grupo
finishing on
C,
the same points. A little unlucky.
Asahim con
Butenko with
8,
4,
Dasonville con
and
6,
Giuseppe Guastella with 4
Bigland con
points as well.
6,
Group B,
David
we know
Lu
that
con
August,
4, Irving, nuestro
fantastic,
amigo Irving
4-0-0.
con
You
3
can't get any
puntos.
better than that, 12
Adai
points.
Sánchez con
Jonathan
8,
Seri with 7.
ould-Ramoul en el B con segundo con 7, Dean Colombes con 6, T.A. Walton con solamente 4 puntos, un gran jugador, y Adam Johnston con 3.
Man Subaru Sagano with 1 point. Group C, Kate looked
Yeah,
pretty tight, just couldn't quite take it to the end.
A bit of a surprise there with Adam Johnson, one of the top seeds finishing
Yep,
last in his group.
absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Well, we can send it back to our commentators now because we are ready for the beginning of the quarterfinals.
Muy bien, de esta manera vamos a repasar los partidos de Rosemeyer contra el rival de turno, que vamos a poner el cuadro de Canini. Vamos a poner los goles que le hizo a Canini en este mismo momento, el 2-1.
Getting the ball back. Rerunning it back.
Acá vamos a ver el gol de Canini, que es el 0-1 momentáneo. Simone Canini, que está jugando con Francia. Pasa en profundidad para la casete y gol.
And Canini strikes first against Rosemeyer. Pressure is immediately on in the quarterfinals.
Well, I tell you what, that's not what anyone was really expecting in this quarterfinal, and that's exactly what Canini needs to do. Try and throw Rosemeyer off his game. I mean, this is a guy who, of course, reigning world champion, didn't drop a single game, only conceded 1 goal in the entire group stage. That's effectively been doubled here by Canini.
Estamos repasando lo que es la Interactive World Cup 2015 el día de hoy, en su primer día.
Is starting to feel the pinch.
Vamos ahora por el gol de Rosemeyer.
Because there's
Es
just
el
30
empate.
minutes remaining in this matchup, and he hasn't got a goal on the board yet.
Neymar, lo lleva para aquí, para allá y lo dejan libre.
And bounces in there, close, but the woodwork not enough this time around for Canini, and that will level us up here at 1 apiece. Again, brilliant footwork from Neymar, and expertly finished there, clattering off the inside of the post. And now the pressure going to fall back on
hace que
Canini's
la defensa
shoulders.
se pierda, lo marea, se va por otro lado. Y este es el 1-1. Vamos ahora con el segundo gol de August. Vamos a ver el segundo gol de August. Vamos a ver, en una de estas jugadas pierde el balón, recupera Brasil con William. Estamos viendo el resumen del segundo encuentro de semifinales, de cuartos de final, disculpen, entre August Rosemeyer y Simone Canini. Ven cómo toca, casi a 2 toques. Neymar otra vez buscando problemas. Fernandinho, pase para cómo se falla el gol. Lo tuvo ahí. Empiezan a hacer cambios estratégicos ambos jugadores, buscando el gol que les dé la ventaja. Va a ejecutar el córner August.
But it's a corner for Rosemeyer. What will he do with it? He's one of the few players actually we've seen going straight for the corners, but this time around it will be a short one. He brings, I think it's Marcelo, maybe he's just brought it into William.
Rosemeyer coming up big here, brilliantly done from being 1-0 behind. So that early goal from Canini now leads, and well, if they're early behind,
la ventaja, vamos a
This time around 14-2 is his favourite,
2-1 de August.
but it's a corner for Rosemeyer.
No
What will he do with it? He's one of the few players actually we've seen going straight for the corners, but this time around it will be a short one. He brings, I think it's Marcelo, maybe he's just brought it into William.
There's the header. Rosemeyer coming up big here, brilliantly done from being 1-0 behind. So that early goal from Canini now leads, and
desde el resumen 2-1 gana August el segundo encuentro. Y vamos a repasar ahora el tercer encuentro, ya que el cuarto sí lo vimos. Empezamos por el cuarto, luego el primero, luego el segundo, y vamos con el otro cuartos de final, el partido de cuartos de final de ould-ramoul, que le gana a Asahim.
Keeping a hold of it.
Antes vamos a ir con unas palabras después del partido de August, a ver qué es lo que dice inmediatamente después del partido que jugó electrizante. Logró voltear el partido y vamos a ver lo que nos cuenta en la siguiente entrevista.
One of the few short corners he took in there, but overall fantastic stuff. But you got to give it. Rossomar comes back from a goal deficit and fights his way back through to the semi-final. We're going to go over to Kay and Alan to take us through that match.
Well, here we are with August Rossemeyer. That certainly wasn't the easiest of game against Simone Canini, but he came back to win it 2-1. In fact, last year's final, you went a goal down and you came back again. How do you find that composure to stay calm and to try and get that winner?
Well, I know that FIFA is football and a game is 90 minutes, so I knew that when he scored to 1-0, of course I was disappointed.
FIFA es fútbol y todo puede ocurrir. Empezó perdiendo 1-0.
Pointed over myself because I think it was bad defending by me, but
pensó que estaba defendiendo él mal.
I knew that I still had chance to clean up and I did, so I'm very happy now, very happy.
Está muy feliz, sabía que tenía chances para voltear el partido.
Happy and I feel lucky that I can say that I'm at least top 4.
Se siente afortunado.
At the world this year as well, so I'm really proud also actually.
So he played really well, Simone Canini, didn't he?
He played amazing, probably the toughest opponent so far, and yeah, it will just be even more tough tomorrow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm so close now, so yeah.
Well, you did say when we spoke to you earlier on that everything that happened in the group stages is gone. It was all about the quarter-final, and it was so tense.
Fue muy tenso todo lo que ocurrió en la fase de grupos. Acá también se pudo ver.
Must have been a little nervous.
Well, I must admit that my hands were shaking a
Un poco milagroso fue el resultado.
bit. It was really a nail biter. When I scored 2-1, I was still when he hammered on the crossbar with, like I said, yeah, it was really intense, and that's what I love about FIFA, competitive FIFA.
Es lo que le gusta competir por el FIFA.
It was one of the best games I ever played, but of
Intenso, es uno de los mejores juegos que ha jugado.
course I was also incredibly nervous.
Alan, you
Fue también a veces con unos nervios increíbles.
were impressed with August's possession in the game.
Listen, as I was watching the game, and I thought Simone his tactics were really good. He obviously got a break in the game and goes one up. Now that puts Rosemeyer under a little bit of pressure. After all, he is the defending champion, and it's a hard game for Simone as well. You know, coming into something like this, and all of a sudden in the
También fue difícil para Simone.
quarterfinals, he gets to play the #1 seed. So it was always going to be
Jugándole al número 1, el campeón del mundo, al primer seed.
difficult for him, and I think with the possession that August had with Brazil, and he gets the first goal back, and had a little luck, as he said, when
El primer gol de descuento fue definitivo.
Canini hit the crossbar, a little unlucky from the shot. I think he was a little bit on his back heels, and I think the momentum was definitely with August, and eventually when you're the #1 seed and you know how to win, he did it again, and he's in the semi-final,
Él lo hizo de nuevo, está en semifinales.
you know, with a chance to obviously be in that end game.
Yeah, you just looked like you were concentrating so much as well. We were commenting on it ourselves watching the game, weren't we, Alan? That the concentration on your face when you were actually playing that game, it's probably
La concentración en tu rostro cuando estabas jugando el partido.
the most tense I've seen you since I've known you in
Tal
FIFA
vez el
competition.
momento más tenso que
Yes, it
tuviste.
was for sure, but it was also because I really got matched up against a top player, and he pressured me to the limit.
Porque no había jugado antes contra un jugador top de, bueno, por la fase de grupos.
So yes, I needed to be 110% focused.
Necesito estar concentrado.
Okay, no, brilliant. I was going to say, okay, that's it.
Listo, vamos entonces para el tercer partido, ahora sí, para repasar el tercer partido de cuartos de final.
2 men in the middle, 1 man up on that top side.
Vamos a ver cómo fue el gol de Lais ould-ramoul. Vamos a ver, fue generada una falta ante Hulk amaga y lo traban ahí en el borde del área. Y trabar a Brasil en el borde del área teniendo a Neymar. Vean lo que hace Neymar.
So close. He might go for goal. He is going to go for goal, and he just rattles it straight in. It was all too easy. It's been coming, that's for sure. And Lies gets himself his first goal.
Le ve la cara un toque
you can't deny him. It's been all one-way traffic so far.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. I didn't expect it honestly to come from the free kick, but really well done from ould-Ramoul. You pointed out rightly, he certainly deserved to take that initial lead here in this game, but
en la eliminatoria,
I said,
cambios los jugadores.
29 years old.
Neymar. Vamos a repetir una vez más el gol.
I said,
la repetición.
the American, I was saying it was 20.
La cortaron, ¿no? Vamos a repetirlo entonces manualmente nosotros. El tiro libre de
On the edge of the box. That was so close. He might go for goal. He is
Ahí
going to
está
go.
el
Oh,
1-0
he just
para
rattles it straight in. It was all too
Vamos
easy.
con
It's
el
been coming, that's for sure.
con el
And
segundo
Lies
gol del
gets him
partido.
able to
Ahora
get the
sí,
cross
vamos
in.
con el
Had to
empate.
try and delay as
Gol
quickly
de
as he
empate.
could. But the pressure continuing to remain onto Azahim, who's still yet to get anything on the board. And more importantly, in the second half, really yet to have a shot.
yeah, that's been somewhat scary, I think, from his point of view. But does this time manage to get it through to Quaresma? Ronaldo going to take a bit of time to actually get up there, not and Azahim, you saw the almost surprise on his own face there, breaking away, threads it into the middle. Ronaldo, reliable as ever, to square us up 80 minutes into the game. He's not, and this is the danger now. It's looked almost too comfortable for ould-Ramoul so far in this game, up until that equalizer. And close there for Azahim, actually take the lead. And now it's Costa pushing through.